Hello, welcome back again to this podcast. I'm going to talk about Amazigh myths and their symbolism. Amazigh culture is very rich for the diversity of its aspects at several levels, mainly customs, stories, and myths. My purpose here is to highlight some of these myths immortalized by the Amazigh imagination and added to the traditional thought of North Africa. Therefore, Tamza formed a civilizational space, a cultural corral in which major classical civilizations and myths coalesced, which contributed to the development of Amazigh mythology. Among them, the myth of Anzar, which is the Amazigh gods of rain, god of rain. In the ancient Morocco and North Africa, Amazigh tribes believed in the existence of several deities or deities, including Anzar. The legend says that how the Anzar fell in love with a beautiful woman who had become his fiancée. Like the ancient Greeks or Egyptians, the pre-Islamic period of Morocco also had its own mythology, gods and rituals. This weather, which promises to be rainy in several regions of Morocco, and this important period for agriculture recalls the Amazigh god Anzar, one of the powerful figures venerated by Amazigh society several centuries ago. Anzar is a beneficial element which reinforces the vegetation and ensures the growth of the herd. Anzar is a sign of fertility and productivity. This is how the Amazigh god imagined the story. Anzar and its beautiful fiancée. According to this legend, Anzar came to marry a beautiful young girl. Then, because of their union, the river flowed again, and the greenery covered the earth. The myth tells us that Anzar fell in love with a woman and wanted her to become his fiancée. She used to swim in a river with silvery reflections. When Anzar came down to earth and approached her, she fled, and Anzar withdrew. This rejection of Anzar had made him angry, which would have ended up affecting the herds, the river, and the essential resources for the survival of the Amazigh tribes. But Anzar would not have given up hope of seducing the woman he most wanted, and he was threatening them to look up water and rain. Out of desperation and fear for her people, the girl began to cry and call for Anzar. The latter suddenly appeared under the aspect of an immense lightning. He hugged the young girl. The river began to flow again, and the whole earth was covered with greenery. With this romantic supernatural ending, Anzar's story comes to an end, giving rise to an ancient ritual, and some Amazigh tribes call for rain by using some rituals like the ritual of Talghunja. Okay, it has other names depending on the region, like Tumzlan Tagdit. The ritual is called Teslis Nunzar, which means the bride of Anzar or Talghunja. This practice is based on preparing the bride, accompany her to the doors of the sanctuary with women standing on the threshold and throw water for her, prepare a communion meal near the sanctuary. After having undressed the bride, go round the sanctuary singing for the rain and for Anzar. The current doll is only a symbol to replace the real bride offered to Anzar. The practice itself describes how the Amazighs were attached to nature and how their rituals were only an explanation of the behavior of nature around them. For the researcher, for the researchers, Anzar ritual is one of these explanations put in to restore balance and explain a simple phenomenon, namely drought. Okay, this is one of the Amazigh uh, myths. Next time I'm going to talk about Hamunamir. This is another myth, and there are others. Thank you. See you another time in the future. Stay healthy and keep enjoying life to the fullest. See you.